Mr. Speaker, our thoughts and prayers are with the families and the victims of the horrific terrorist attack by ISIS in Brussels this morning. It's another tragic reminder of the extreme danger posed by terrorism. The Liberals continue to ignore the threat of terrorism, and in fact, one of their very first pieces of legislation was to return Canadian citizenship for convicted terrorists. I'd like to remind the Liberals that a terrorist is a terrorist is a terrorist. Why won't the Prime Minister take the fight against terror seriously and put Canada back in the combat mission against ISIS?
Honourable Minister of National Defence.
Mr. Speaker, thank the honourable member for the question. I think we can agree that we all agree on defeating ISIL, and we just have different opinion how it's going to be done. I took the time to talk to the troops, talk to the commanders on the ground, and making sure. And I do have actually considerable experience in fighting the enemy and having done it myself. So I'm going to make sure that that any future threats that we face, we'll be working with our coalition partners and making sure that our aim remains the same, which is to defeat ISIL. Thank you.
The honourable member for Selkirk Interlake Eastman.
But, Mr. Speaker, we're not in combat. We're now just trainers. Mr. Speaker, last week the American government condemned the action of ISIS as genocide. Rather than working with our allies to destroy this barbaric terrorist group, our Prime Minister has taken Canada out of the fight. The Liberals are ignoring Canada's responsibility to protect the most vulnerable citizens who are targeted by ISIS. So why is the Prime Minister afraid to fight terrorism head-on and stop the ISIS genocide?
The Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I think, Mr. Speaker, this question is simply shameful. I think everybody knows that every member in this House is fighting terrorism. No Canadian that is being chosen by the Canadian people is afraid to fight terrorism. We may have democratic difference of views about how to fight it. I would like my colleague to hear what the leader of the opposition has said when she asked her question. It was very dignified, but this one was not.